Welcome to the 74th Annual Alexander County Christmas Parade on a warm Saturday afternoon, December 4th, 2021. Due to the pandemic, we weren't able to have a parade in 2020, so this year's parade is extra special to local families. This year's theme is Hometown Heroes, and we are excited to honor and recognize our local heroes in law enforcement, 911 communications, emergency services, EMS, firefighters, first responders, healthcare, educators, and others who answered the call of duty. We salute you.
Well, folks, it's time for the 74th Annual Alexander County Christmas Parade. What an exciting event there. Les, how do you think?
Oh, it should be a good one. Year off last year with the pandemic, and everybody's excited to get back to some normalcy. So let's have at it and see what happens. Here they come.
Yep, we've got Taylorsville Police Chief Doug Bowman in the lead car here.
He's followed by the Alexander Central High School Naval ROTC Color Guard.
Yeah, they look sharp.
Bringing the colors and the state flag, and then the junior ROTC follows behind them. Oh, here's the flag.
Oh, here's the Grand Marshal. Yep.
Coy Reese.
Boy, how exciting. Coy Reese is our Grand Marshal this year. In 1970, Coy began managing the family's dairy farm until October 2020. Dairy industry doesn't get weekends off or holiday time. It is a 7-day work week. Coy's got his family on the float there with him. A lot of people who are doing a lot of hard work, whether it's farming, nursing, teaching, all kinds of good stuff. It's a great family there. Glad to have them in the parade.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the farmers, none of us would eat.
That's right. So thank you to all our farmers.
Next up looks like the Alexander County Commissioners group.
Yes, sir. We have a fine board of commissioners. Do a great job of leading our county in the right direction. Of course, what the county commissioners, they set public policy and ordinances, adopt the annual county budget, levy property taxes, and oversee all the county departments.
They've got 3 vehicles in this group. The first one's Larry Yoder.
There's Larry Yoder himself. That and his wife Hazel, I believe, is in there. And here we've got, that looks like Josh Lell in a Hummer. That's a nice one. A little harder, Josh. Throw it. Woo!
No
Thank
candy
you.
for us. Oh, well.
And here is Ronnie Reese.
Yep.
And I think his wife Phyllis is going to be on there.
Their children and grandchildren,
There we go.
they've got a full truckload.
Yeah, they got a truckload. Very good.
Now there's a memory, the old fire truck for the town of Taylorsville.
Let's see, is Mayor George on there, or has that got the town council? Maybe they're all together today, I can't
I
tell.
don't remember. This is town of Taylorsville.
There they all are.
Remember working on that thing years ago, and then riding through town to test it out.
Yep, exactly.
Public Works is up next for the town of Taylorsville.
Yep, those Public Works guys, they work extra hard, keep the town going successfully through the pandemic. So the town of Taylorsville would like to wish everyone a happy holiday season.
And music, here it comes, the Alexander Central Marching Cougar Band.
Yeah. I've listened to them several times at football games, and they are really good. We'll take a pause here and just listen to the band a little bit. Band director, of course, is Patrick Watkins. So we're always appreciative to have our local high school band in our parade.
Year in and year out, that's a large
Alexander County Emergency Services Department. So let's talk about hometown heroes. The Alexander County Emergency Services are heroes every day. Doug Gillespie and his staff of Alexander County Emergency Services would like to wish everyone a safe, happy holiday season and a Merry Christmas. There's Doug
These
right
guys
now.
are always behind the scenes. You don't see a lot out of them, but when you need them and they're there, they are a big part of the community.
That's exactly right, Les. Here's Alexander County EMS. They operate 4 24-hour ambulances and will add a 5th crew in coming weeks. They have 3 stations throughout the county. Have 66 full and part-time employees. We're looking at Unit 48 ambulance right here, driven by Eric Smith.
Fat Ox Incorporated is coming up next.
So what is that, you say? It's a multifaceted corporation offering services as licensed adjusters, builders, and construction consultants. It's got his big F-150 pulling it. Kenneth Payne is the person driving the vehicle. Merry Christmas from all of them at Fat Ox Incorporated.
Sounds like they've got the karaoke going on that one.
A little bit. Let's see. This is Mitchell Gold Bob Williams float. Looks like a pretty nice float there. Of course, they manufacture and retail premium home furnishings.
Riding most of that float is the employees of Mitchell Gold and their children. Yeah, they employ over 1,100 employees throughout the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico.
Very good. Great corporate partner here in Alexander County. And they would like to wish everyone to help others in need. That's always a good thing.
Always. People's Bank, when you need money to buy something.
They are there. This is, of course, headquartered in Newton, but they have a branch in Hidnight that a lot of people in Alexander County utilize. It says Julie Davis is driving the car, and they also would like to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas. They even got people hanging out the back at the hatchback.
Hanging out the back throwing candy. That's
Hey, that's all
fun.
about candy. You must have candy. Cub Scout Pack 272. They do a lot of community service. They do annual scouting for food drive, and they give that proceeds to the Christian Crisis Center. Dwight Mitchell is driving today.
And Cub Scouts are always into some activity that keeps those kids going, and it keeps those adults busy.
It does. And it really helps the children grow up to be responsible adults. It's a good program.
They do learn lessons that you can't teach them anywhere else.
All right, what do we have here, Les?
CVCC Alexander campus. Looks like some of the students and executive people there, they provide quality educational opportunities in Alexander County and surrounding counties.
I see Sharon Cox and Brett Fansler. Brett Fansler is the director at the CVCC Alexander Center.
Yeah, the executive director
Yep,
on there.
yep.
And a bunch of people, here again, throwing candy and not at us.
Oh, I know. We're a little too far off.
Yep. Registered deed Scott Hines.
It's a nice looking Corvette there.
Yeah, I always wanted one and never could afford it.
Yep. So Scott Hines, of course, is our current Register of Deeds. He and his staff, they do a myriad of things, including processing, recording, maintaining, and making accessible all county deeds for real estate and vital records, and much more.
Now, heroes, we talked about them earlier. Here comes a real batch of heroes, veterans. The Alexander County Veterans Committee, veterans from all of the foreign wars past.
Yep, the Disabled American Veterans,
and they-
American Legion.
If you've got something going on and you're enjoying it today, these guys help make it possible and keep it possible. They are the real heroes.
Well said. If we're ever going to salute some hometown heroes, those are the ones. All right. Let's see who we got here next.
Rocky Face Baptist Church.
Okay. Read this. Rocky Face Baptist Church, their message said they are here to celebrate the birth of Jesus. They would like to welcome you to their congregation. They meet at 10 a.m. on Sunday with worship at 11.
I wonder if those kids are throwing more candy than they're eating.
I think they don't have much of a chance to eat any. They're all throwing a bunch of it. Don't you wish
So
we were out there?
they're all down there. Slow down, slow down. We've got a long parade.
Exactly. It would be hard not to give out so much at one time.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've got Irondale Family Care Center. I see Dr. Jonathan Goodnight on the front there. Let's see.
Other employees and their families along with him.
Yeah. So they're proud to serve the healthcare needs of our community. We're thankful that they are. It's a pretty float.
Yes, it is. There's been a lot of time and effort put into that float.
Oh man, Doc Goodnight about got me something.
White Family Farms and Fencing. Here comes one of our first entries, probably with tractors. We've seen 35 tractors plus running around here today. So there will be a bunch of those old and new out here.
All right. You know much about tractors, Les?
I know that they pull stuff that I can't.
They pull stuff and push stuff.
Yeah. That's about my extent on tractors.
So White Family Farms and Fencing, they do fence installation and tractor work. They can do farm fence, chain link fence, any residential project you have. Adam White was driving that.
Sheriff Chris Bowman. So behave yourself.
That's right.
I don't want to have to go uptown to the lockup.
Well, it says that they're in a Durango or a Toyota truck, but that looks like a Jeep to me, my limited knowledge.
Yeah, that's actually Keep Chris Bowman for Sheriff campaign vehicle.
Right,
So.
running for sheriff in 2022.
And Chris has done a good job over the last few years.
While we got a little break in the action, I missed a hometown hero spotlight. Let's talk about Bill Johnson. Bill Johnson is one of the many heroes we have among the veterans of Alexander County. He is the commander for the local chapter of Disabled American Veterans. He helps veterans in need by helping get veterans to appointments and when they need assistance at home. Bill Johnson is a hero among heroes. That's one of those veterans.
Definitely. Those veterans do not get the credit that they deserve. And
here comes the sheriff.
Next. Let's see, Alexander County Sheriff. Probably that's actually Sheriff Bowman
they flipped him
himself. Yeah.
So that one was
I think
Chris
they
Bowman.
may have added the other one in with it. Yeah. He sent the campaign ahead of him. Wonder if that was done intentionally.
Who knows? All right. Oh, we got some.
Chris has been Sheriff Alexander County how many years?
Is this his third term?
I'm not sure. It's
something like that.
It's second or third, but yeah, that's one thing about Alexander County. You seem to have the sheriffs when they're elected. They're not one and out deals. They're part of the community and they stay for a considerable length of time.
There's Major Jason Moore with the sheriff's office. He's in the 2021 Dodge Durango.
Come do a burnout.
Hey, do a burnout, Jason. Man, that's a pretty good tire shine. I want to figure out where they got that.
Yeah. And then the SRT, the Special Response Team truck. Those, here's another batch of heroes. When things come down to a bad situation and you need level heads, those are the guys that go in and take care of that for you.
Oh yeah. Up next we have the
DARE unit. Keeping the kids off of drugs, that's a full-time plus job.
That's a sharp-looking ride Tyler rose in. 2021 Dodge Durango again.
Decorated up with red, white, and blue on the back end. Flag wrap, probably, that is put on most vehicles nowadays.
Our SROs and Sergeant Rowe, they do a great job teaching our children about the dangers of drug abuse. So keep up the good work, guys.
Yeah, and that's still the DARE float with a lot of the kids in that program. Is right behind that vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah, they moved it up in front. We see the list. The schedule calls for keeping Chris Bowman sheriff next.
He's already been, I think.
I think they slipped that one in front of him. Looks like probably Johnson Exterminating, maybe.
Yep, Johnson Exterminating and Word of Life United Church. They're being pulled by this, it's like a Toyota Tundra. So I guess they have some relationship there. Everybody's wearing their red and white. Looks like they're in the Christmas spirit pretty well.
Yeah. The old wintertime black and red wool plaid coats and jackets.
And you know, it's
not
only
quite a day for it.
It's only 75 degrees. It's perfect. I would like it to be a little cooler.
Yep.
Makes it feel more like Christmas, but parade always, to me, that means
there
Christmas
have
is
been
here.
years we have frozen.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be kids' deal with the candy. There's a couple of adults out there even grabbing.
Maybe they're helping their children.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah.
Now I think most of the adults are going out and grabbing the chocolate. The
Oh,
kids
okay,
are looking
yeah.
for the sweets,
Leaving the kids
all the sugar.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Oh, I do too. What have we got coming?
Oh, something's got out of line on this one. Let me find it. Here we go. So up next is the Pill Box. That's from People's Drug and Town and Country Drug. Of course, two local pharmacies that have done lots of hard work during this pandemic.
And have been in this community for a lot of years.
Oh, yes.
They can probably call most of their customers by first name.
Right. Of course, the Pill Box, they use that to deliver free of charge to their customers. But yes, says they have administered more than 10,000 doses of the vaccine during the pandemic. They really helped out our health department and county government, and we appreciate that partnership.
It's a
good looking float too. There's April.
Themed float.
Yep. One of my faves.
These are days when you need stock in a candy company.
Yeah. With the
Baumgartner Oil Company from over Hickory area. They service Hickory, Alexander County, Burke, Caldwell.
They run a lot of the covered expresses, don't they?
Yep.
Building a brand new one over in Bethlehem.
Yep. A lot of the gasoline stations there. There's also heating and fuel oil. So when you need some of that stuff, they're the people to see. They've branched out. Here comes the next truck, the propane division.
You had a song about propane.
I'm not going to sing it.
Okay.
Because, I don't sing very well.
It was funny, but it didn't sound very good.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, let's see what we got.
We've got an old car that says we should be having.
That's a 57 Chevy, right? Is that a 57?
That is a 57.
I believe this is the Minority Awareness Club.
57 rag top down on a day like today.
Okay.
Sitting up on the back of the seat, throwing candy. Imagine that.
The riders I had listed were Cordell Millsaps and Asher Abernathy. Not sure if we have those aboard or not.
Oh, that's what I need. I need some of those reindeer horns.
So happy holidays from the Mac Club. I believe we have the Alexander Central High School Homecoming Queen coming up next. Are we right?
Not sure. Let's see what that.
Is
yeah.
It? Ah,
they've got.
I got one right.
They've got her candy throwers. Then they've got her.
There we go. So our homecoming queen this year was Mila Ratchford. Her parents are Jerry and Michelle Ratchford. There's some horsepower.
And Mila's got the parade wave going.
That's right.
The hand has to circle.
It's only there's no wrist.
No.
It's all hand and
no
elbow.
No wrist, just hand and elbow.
Here's our princess. That's Chesney Stikelether. Her dad Timmy's driving the car. What kind of car is that? Wow.
I'm not sure.
I like it. Wonder if he'd take $1,000 for that.
if that's a Camaro or
Corvette.
It might even be a Corvette.
And that has to be
Man,
the newest.
that's got to be a 2022 Corvette or something.
That's a sharp looking.
That's very nice. This
and
is
then
a
cheerleaders from.
Yeah, this is the JV cheerleaders from high school.
They're on the Premier Roofing float.
Right.
And Premier Roofing and Gutters helping them out with that. Too many young ladies there to name.
22 9th and 10th graders, and boy do they boost school spirit, I'm telling you.
They are vocal when they start.
Their coach is Kelly Fincannon. Here is
Taylorsville Times Mother of the Year.
who is that this year?
Lena Bell Barnes.
All right, she was nominated by her granddaughter, who is riding with her today. That's Megan Barnes. Very nice.
Congratulations to her.
It's a pretty big honor to be Mother of the Year, you know.
Oh yeah. I never could.
I never was.
I could never. That's an honor, no matter how hard I try. I could never come up with it.
That's 275. Cub Scout Pack 275.
Another trailer load of Cub Scouts.
They meet each Monday night at 6:30 at Mount Bethel United Methodist Church. 32 kids and 13 leaders. If you want to be a part of them, give them a shout. They'd love to have you.
They'll tell you exactly what you need to do to sign up.
Learn a lot of life skills.
Yep. How to make all that. The Pinewood Derby, that was the greatest.
Right.
Making those little cars.
Yep. They learn all kinds of archery and
wheels always ran
safety things. Danny Dyson, our clerk of court, wearing his Santa Claus shirt and Santa hat.
Got his family with him. Like to thank everyone for their support and wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I believe we got a softball team here, not the high school, but this is called Team Nc Pritchard. They are they're a 12U travel softball team that plays competitively in the Southeast.
And that's something that is a different deal if you're a parent that's ever had a child in any type of travel sports ball. It's a lot of time for the coaches, a lot of time for the parents, and it helps the kids get out there. If they're good enough and into it enough to play, send them on.
We almost
start cheerleading.
Yep, Christy Phillips Athletic Center offers all kinds of gymnastics, dance, cheer, and more. And this is still more of them coming.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of flips.
I would hurt myself.
It hurts me just looking at it.
Yeah. She flipped right there. I wouldn't even make the first one over. I'd just be on my head, on my shoulders. It was not a good situation. If I had been meant to tumble and bounce, well, I would have probably been fatter than I am.
Likewise. Let's see. I think
emergencies. We've got every siren and red light in the county, I believe.
Yep.
Alexander Central Fire Academy program teaches their students jobs, skills, abilities, and firefighting careers, and they receive industry recognized credentials. And following the comprehension and the academy's.
Once they complete it, they're good. There's Justin Deal driving the big truck. Some of the students on the back there.
And that's another unsung bunch of people. When you have to go into one of those working fires and just saving the building is one thing. If you have to go in after somebody, it takes special skills.
Yeah. Well, actually, these kids, they're learning it in high school because that's maybe what they want to do is for a career. Right. Very cool. Here we have our pink fire truck.
Yep.
This is the
Pepto-Bismol Firemobile.
It's actually in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness.
Okay.
Is Matt Biggs driving? I believe so. I can't hardly see. And his family's riding along. Breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in women in North Carolina. Each year, over 6,000 women are diagnosed.
Stony Point Fire Department's coming up next.
Here comes more heroes that are not just pandemic heroes. Several of our VFDs are with us today. These men and women are heroes every day. They often put their lives in harm's way to save a life, protect property, and much more. Thank you to all of our firefighters. And you said this is Stony Point
This is
Fire
Stony
Department.
Point in front of us right now.
They have 35 members there. It's a lot of good volunteer
They
spirit.
brought all of Stony Point with them.
Yeah. Good delegation here.
One of Taylorsville's fire engines coming up with them behind. And
Let's see, Matt Jordan is the Taylorsville fire chief. Oh, no, I failed to mention Scotty Abernathy is the Stony Point chief. So thank them for all their work. Taylorsville has 48 members.
that young man in the Taylorsville fire truck threw 2 handfuls of candy at one time and they were big. And his dad was trying to stop him. No, 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 no.
This is the beginning of the parade. Please, not yet.
Not so much, not so much.
And
Taylorsville's ladder
Taylorsville
truck.
again. Yep. You ever been up on a ladder like that?
I have, and I came right back down. I was okay till they started to move it away from the building and reposition it. I was going,
Yeah, feels like it's gonna fall or something.
yeah. Again, me don't bounce well, so
Oh, Bethlehem even has the fire and rescue boat.
and with the areas we have along Lake Hickory and Lake Lookout in this county, that's a big part of their services is water rescue and I guess some water rules enforcement,
Right.
along with the state and the Wildlife Commission.
There's Chief Ashley Starnes on the back of that boat. He's waving at us.
I'd like to have that Suzuki motor.
It looks nice, doesn't it?
Of course, I only have a 14-foot boat. That might be a bit of overkill.
Yeah, you could be squatted.
Be like a surfboard. Sugarloaf Fire Department coming
There we
up
go.
next. The fire departments around Alexander County, they are, what can you say? You've got so many people, and most of these are volunteers.
Exactly.
They don't get paid. If there is somebody that gets paid, they don't get paid much. It's just it's helping out citizens of the county, and you can't say enough for them.
They save lives, for sure. Do a great job. Up next is the Vashti Fire Department.
Chief Cody Fox.
Let's see if Cody's driving here today. Come on,
Mirror-
farther.
Get the mirrors in the way and you
Yep,
can't see
yep.
who's in the truck.
I don't think that's him, but it could be.
Well, Cody's the chief anyway. That's
He
what
is the
they
chief,
call him.
exactly. Got a really good crowd out here today, I'm telling you. We're set up here on Loudon Road, so we're near the beginning of the parade, and the streets are just packed with people, and everybody's smiling, the children are happy.
People were here at a little after 12, getting their chairs set
Yeah.
up, staking out a place.
Oh, here's in my neck of the woods, Ellendale Volunteer Fire Department. And the chief there is David White. They've got 24 members. That's John McKee driving, I believe.
And
Ellendale's got
Ellendale's
another one.
hose truck or pumper truck, whatever,
Yep.
is next in line there. I start to think she's got them on sideways. I start to say, what has that young lady got on her head? But it's
Oh, her
it's
reindeer
reindeer
ears.
horns.
They're-
But she's got them turned sideways. Instead of being one on either side,
Right.
they're front and back.
Oh, there's Tim Keever, the chief. Recently retired from Taylorsville Savings Bank. I bet he
Now,
plays
is that
golf
one-
every
Is
day.
that one of their first responder trucks?
Probably.
Is that something they send out when they have a first responder call, and then
I'd say
they
you're right.
delegate what's needed from there?
I would say you're right, Les. It's a nice looking FX4.
Midnight Fire Department coming up.
They like the green and the yellow
Yeah.
color. Merry Christmas. They got a lot of people on top of that truck.
Yep.
Here comes their ladder truck.
We don't have a lot of buildings in the county that I can think of that would need the ladders. But if you have to get up on top quickly, that's the best way to do it.
Yep. Here's Wittenberg.
Wittenberg Fire Department. Chief Randy Walker.
They're more of a burgundy red, aren't they? So
Yeah.
that fire engine red.
Very nice truck. More dials and gauges than the space shuttle on the side of that thing. I'd probably be spraying water in the wrong direction.
Knowing you, you would probably. That's true.
Look like an elephant for Ringling Brothers.
And it's crazy, but you know, the parade got to us earlier than 3 o'clock, so
Yeah.
we were just kind of getting things set up.
Yeah, we were.
So
And said, "Oh, here they come."
let's tell people who they're listening to. I'm Gary Herman with the Alexander County Government. This is Les Barger with WACB 860 AM. And up next we have the ACHS Varsity Cheer Team. They cheer at football, basketball, and wrestling events.
And a lot of these high school cheer units nowadays are in, like the bands, they're in competitions
Oh yeah,
throughout the year, and they get awarded.
because they won second place in the 2020 High School Athletic Association State Cheerleading Championship.
And there's a lot of work goes into preparation for those events. I tell you.
Well, cheerleading's not just, I mean, it's a sport.
No,
It's
and-
difficult.
And it's
They put a lot of hard work into it. This is a Sweet Magnolia shop here in downtown Taylorsville.
that just
Melinda and
that just
Chris
sounds
go
like
forth.
something that is edible.
Well, it's actually clothing mostly.
Oh, it's
So that's where our
well, they
ladies
got
would like to go
candy on the
shopping.
truck. I've got candy on the mind.
Yeah, we've seen too much
Well, I'm
candy.
sitting here trying to catch some. See if I can get that little guy in the white shirt to bring me a couple pieces of candy.
She describes her shop as a Southern Chic Boutique at 282 West Main Avenue. All right.
Mount Herman Baptist Church's Awana Club, I think, is coming up next.
Let's see.
It's a kids program for children grades. Well,
2 years old up to
children
6th
2
grade.
years old. Yeah, I'm looking at that going, hey, who wrote this? It's 2 years old through the 6th grade.
There you go.
Teaches kids Bible verses, salvation, important biblical truths. Weeknights at 6:30
Wednesday night. There we
or
go.
Wednesday nights.
Says Brandon Stafford. was
There,
gonna be there.
I glance and then look away.
I know. We're kind of distracted here on it.
Yeah.
There's
I want to see that Chihuahua throw candy.
You'll run out on the road for that Chihuahua,
Yeah.
won't you? Here's Renee Moore. She's riding or driving her Can-Am Ryker. And if you're asking what's a Ryker, R-Y-K-E-R, that is a 3-wheeled motorcycle.
It's a reverse tricycle.
Exactly, with an engine.
Two wheels in front, one wheel in the back.
Yeah. I had to look that one up before the parade, so I didn't know what a Ryker was.
A big wheel.
Yeah, a big wheel that you don't have to pedal.
It's a big kid's big wheel.
Who do we have here?
Hancock and Moore.
We're a little out of order here. Let me get this one. All right, Hancock and Moore. They do fine upholstered furniture. Boy, it is nice, I'm telling you. 420 employees.
And there's too many of them on the float
I know.
to name. They have the list of them all here for us.
But they do wish you all
And it's-
Merry
It's
Christmas.
all the families and employees of Fiddle Group. Studio 3 Fiddle Group.
So Studio 3 is in the Mission Campus of First United Methodist Church of Taylorsville in downtown. And this is their fiddle group. Very cool.
And they are fiddling.
Yep, I hear it. They also sponsor the Celtic Christmas and various other musical events throughout the year. Studio 3 Music School. That's their fiddle group. Talking about volunteers, who we
Here
have
we
here?
go again.
Yep.
Alexander Rescue Squad. Guys that just they wade in without asking. It's just when something has to be done, somebody needs help and attention. There you go. They supply the equipment, they supply the manpower, and figure out a way to get it done.
I think we lost our radio signal. Hang on. Are we back? Did we lose you? I don't know. Apparently we're still there.
Rescue Squad boat, and another of their services. They supply medical services for athletic events and that sort of thing. Anyway.
Okay. This is a pretty float here. Purple and white and gold.
That is.
Let's see. This is the Parallel Dance Collaborative. Yeah.
There we go.
Dance studio offering classes in ballet, tap, jazz, and contemporary, ages 3 through adult. Even you could join.
That would be scary. Me and a tutu trying to do the bar. That's just not going to happen.
Well, we got a little break here. North Carolina Forest Service was going to be in a parade, but of course with the wildfire danger and the burn ban, they just didn't feel like it would be the right thing to do. They wanted to be on call if anything should happen.
I feel they're probably in McDowell County or down at Violet Mountain.
We've had a couple here.
Yeah.
So people, burn ban is in effect. You can't burn anything
So that shows
outdoors.
That shows you what those people do for the community. Parade's great. They're on the job.
That's right. Who's this, Les?
Aqua Clean Soft Wash Specialist from Hickory. They'll wash your house, clean your gutters, decks, any of that mold removal, driveway, pressure washing of all kinds.
And it says they do all this stuff with no pressure.
Yeah.
So they won't damage your property.
I peeled the siding off the house one time with pressure wash. Was not a pretty sight.
You didn't mean to?
No. It was, I figured, I knew what was going to clean this house and it wasn't going to take long. And it didn't.
That's a pretty good old Volkswagen Beetle, better known as a Bug. That's a 1975 blue convertible.
Yep.
Rosalie Davis.
Those are not the Bugs that you see today.
Now their engines are in the back.
Yep. When you
Even I know that. I don't know anything about cars.
When you pull up to a gas station and they tell the guy to put oil in it and he goes to the front, you're getting ready to see something funny.
Exactly.
Another Can-Am looks like entry here.
Yep, the 2019.
Can-Am Rocker Rally.
This is Tommy Ray and Brandy Ballard, husband and wife, riding this Riker. Probably would be fun to ride.
Oh yeah. Not as easy to fall over as a regular motorcycle.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I figure you would still know you had been on a motorcycle. Millersville Christian Academy, maybe.
Yeah, it is. Millersville Christian Academy.
It's amazing. I read that far away.
I know, you're good. Of course, we lost a dear friend and a commissioner, Jeff Peel, this year. He was the principal at Millersville Christian Academy, so prayers go out to his family, of course. But Brent Dula, the Reverend Brent Dula, has stepped in, and he's now the principal at Millersville. They say he's doing a great job. So they do a lot to Christian school, providing academic instruction with biblical integration.
21 employees, not counting the students.
Yeah, eventually they will go all the way up to 12th grade. I think they're maybe like 6th or 7th grade now.
Fairly sizable operation.
Yeah. The sun is really beating down on us, isn't it?
I think that's what's slowing up the parade. They have to wait for kids to get out of the street.
Hopefully they bought all their candy locally.
Yeah.
Because we like the sales tax.
I see one here in front that's smart. They're throwing it on a blanket. They'll just gather the blanket up.
That's right. Hospice of Alexander County. They offer hospice services for our county, free bereavement, free living wills, and health care power of attorney.
Stephen Anderson, they say, driving that one.
And Jameson Presnell, she's the director there. All right, another good-looking float coming up.
Another one of our commercial entries. I think I overheard him say something 16 or 17 strictly commercial entries.
16 floats, yep.
Which is maxed out for the parade's capacity.
So this float is being sponsored by Martin Starnes and Associates, CPAs, PA. They're a professional full-service accounting firm of certified public accountants. And riding
2021 Alexander Central softball team. 10-time state champions, and they missed just barely, if I remember, this past spring, having another.
Yep, they went to the state finals. Their coach, of course, is Kylie Hammond. And this is the Nc25 Red Knights? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And you can win this Model A Ford, I believe.
They've got a 1929 Model A. You got it. It's on the back of the truck. They're going to raffle that off, and it's going to benefit cancer victims. Oh, you look good in that.
I would look great in it.
So
57 Chevrolet Apple City Street Rodders.
Here we go. Everybody loves all their entries. They've got
red and white.
16 cars this year. That is the president, Roy Bentley, and was his wife in there with him? Probably.
Jerry Ray Fox and Peggy Fox in a 56 Ford.
Black and white.
And it's with the old gangster white walls.
Yeah. Jerry's the vice president of the Apple City Street Rodders.
Those cars had about 150 pounds of chrome on them. 66 Chevelle, Martha Bentley, secretary.
Oh, is Martha in there? Oh, there's Kat.
Yep, Kathy Stockleather.
That's a sharp ride there.
An old Dodge, old 35 Dodge Landon Beards.
Didn't you used to have one of them?
No, I wish. Like I say, I had more want than money on cars like that.
Oh, don't we all? Here's comes a 68 Camaro, kind of a burgundy and black. That's the classic Camaro, you know, when I think of Camaro. That's what I'm thinking about.
That's the ones that took everybody's hearts in the early 60s, late 60s,
Super sports,
70s, yeah. But here comes a baby blue and white 55 Chevrolet. I just had to see the front end.
Yeah. Plus you got that sheet in front of you too.
Beautiful cars. Absolutely beautiful.
Would you have known that without the sheet?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
I could have looked at it.
That is a sharp ride, boy.
Yes, it is.
I like that.
Very sharp. Had a chance to have one of those myself one day, and my father thought better of it.
It's
a good thing he did.
Yeah. Here's a 66 Volkswagen Bug.
That one has the moonroof.
Oh wow! You just flip it.
Yeah,
it's the old
soft slide back moonroof. You could stand up and drive those too. But I think they frowned upon you doing that.
Well, I like this next one.
Ford truck.
66 Ford truck. Red and white. That's
a lot of that body style of Fords around the county.
Oh yeah.
Have been for years, and the guys that collect them, they're proud of them.
That's Kelly and Laura Ritchie. Wonder if he'd let me take that for a spin. He probably will. He's a pretty nice fella. Oh, now here's a paint scheme.
Customized 34 Ford. That's not exactly the way they came out of the factory, but again, customizing these cars, that's what this club does. That's what they are known for, and they have some slick rides.
Well, not only do they love to work on cars, they love to do good things for our community. Of course, they do
a lot of put on a lot of events to raise money for different things around the county.
During the warm months, they have a cruise in at Scotty's Hometown Grill about every Saturday. Well, I guess
Usually,
it's once a month.
at least every other. Usually.
Yeah. Then they have the big car show. Used to be in May, and now I think it's in June. But a lot of the money goes to like the Shrine Club and local people who are just down on their luck or who have hefty medical bills.
They have snuck something different coming up the street.
What do we got?
This is not a 53 Chevrolet. It's a red, looks like Corvette. Of another vintage.
Oh, okay, we're right here.
Little red Corvette.
Yep. Yeah, don't start singing Prince and Little Red Corvette, Les.
No, I won't sing. I will not do that.
What are they giving out? I saw like that lady got a bunch of stuff. Wow.
They're throwing T-shirts or something.
Oh, okay.
Wrapped up kind of like the size of a hot dog, throwing them out.
So this is Mark and Melissa Meese, 1998 Red Corvette. And I'm throwing out a bunch of candy too.
Yeah. 48 Chevrolet, chop top. If anybody
Oh, it's Keith and Lisa
Hot
Spells.
Rods knows what you're talking about. Sort of an aqua teal color.
Yeah. He loves them old cars, I'm telling you. Of course, who doesn't? But he can actually do something to them and fix them. I can't.
Yep. Keith and Lisa and their grandchildren, they say there.
Here comes a math teacher from the high school.
Now this
Eric
is a 53
Walker.
Chevrolet.
I was just getting ready to say that. What color would you say that one is? It's not champagne.
It's
tan?
not. It's not.
Tan?
Chevrolet had a squash yellow or a butternut yellow. They had on like, but that's a darker shade than that. That's actually a very nice shade of yellow.
It is. It's pretty.
It's not obnoxious and it's not real light either.
Yeah. Let's
Some
see.
of them were just made you look and say, "Ooh, that's yellow."
Is this the? Ooh, you say this one.
Nash Lafayette Business Coupe,
Wow.
1940.
I think I see Karen Walker in there. She is the assistant director at Headline Arts and Heritage Center. In there with her husband.
Slope back, big trunk.
Yeah.
You could haul half the kids in 3 suitcases in there.
So this must be the 1939 Chevy.
Yep.
Jeffrey and Patty Carey.
In fact, if you had noticed when it came through before, the city's old fire truck was a 39.
Oh,
And that's the same front. They didn't change the front end much on stuff like that back then. 56 Chevrolet.
I love that color scheme.
The light blue and white.
Yeah. That was the classic
color
one.
for 'em, yeah. 56s don't get the attention that they should have gotten. They were in between 55s, 57s.
That was
They were
Chris.
just kind of a forgotten about year, but the people that have them have nice ones.
And there was Tommy and Barbara Cothran with the 1948 Chevy.
48 Chevy ragtop.
And
Ashe County High School Band.
They are the Marching Huskies under new leadership. Their director is Josh Mitchell. You want to listen to a little music so people don't have to hear us so much? Let's do it.
They traveled from the mountains.
Yes,
Come
sir.
down here and see us. Ashe County is up West Jefferson area.
Here is Kenneth Head in his 1965 red and I guess that's a red and white Mustang.
Yeah, it's sort of a creamy white.
Yeah, it's pretty.
many of those N65. So that's a rare piece there. Most of them have the standard back glass that you see in them.
He says that car actually used to race Harry Gant on the back roads here in Alexander County. Believe it or not. All right. Muscarelli Auction Company.
As far as a couple of tractors there,
Couple
they
of
don't have any
tractors on the back.
identification.
No? I assume that's who it was.
Somebody's auction company.
Or this might be Foothills Antique Power Association.
Yeah, I believe it probably is, looking at the tractor. Yeah.
I tell you, it's hard to get this parade organized and everything. It's not perfect, but
and
we're having fun.
inevitably, there's always one entry gets out of place with another
Yeah.
one, or because of space, they have to do it that way.
Or we might have just screwed up. You know?
That could happen. I'll go for the last one.
Probably. I actually think we were in a good on that.
It won't be the first one.
Right.
Won't be the last.
So the Foothills Antique Power Association, they are a non-profit. They restore antique tractors, garden tractors, and engines to be able to run and put on display.
And that is
hit and miss.
what's known as a John Deere tricycle, because they had the real narrow front wheels on them. Actually, you had to be careful of how you drove those, along with an Alice Chambers on the back. And it's an old hit and miss style engine. You can always hear those tug, tug, tug.
Yep.
You think it's going to stop.
That's what I thought. Here comes another one.
There's another John Deere on the ground. Now, I don't know tractors. That one says it's a John Deere 70. I'm going to make it work.
What do we got there?
That's a whole lot of truck.
That's a whole lot of customization.
Yeah, GMC. Looks like maybe one of the pulling trucks for the competition.
Yeah, got those big wide back tires.
Yeah, that's like a 970 cubic inch engine with all the
How many
pipes.
horses is that?
Yeah, it's horrible horsepower.
Oh, here comes Muscarelli Auction. Let's see. Let's find their sheet. We were actually right.
Yep.
So this is Ted Muscarelli and his crew. Auction service. They work with individuals, families, and estates needing to liquidate their possessions. They do a great job.
They've got some
10
duck
employees.
tractor statues on this entry. Those took some time to make and paint.
That's good. Muscarelli Auctions had a special message. They're pleased to salute numerous groups of people who have labored long and hard to help us get through the pandemic. Whether it's farmers, truckers, grocery workers, clerks, stockers, everybody has worked together to keep us fed. Also our teachers and school personnel, police, fire, other emergency personnel, all amazing folks to keep us well and healthy. Thanks and Merry Christmas from Muscarelli Auction. Okay. Little Stitches embroidery and printing.
Screen printing, embroidery, boutique, clothing, and about 25 vendors with all kinds of goodies.
Oh yeah, it's one of my wife's favorite stores. She loves it. Tracy Fox and her crew are on the float.
Tracy, Brooke, Sylvia, Sarah, and Rona.
And then Billy. I remember Billy back when she worked at Village Inn.
Wish all of their customers a happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Here's the
Arts Center.
Midnight Arts and Heritage Center. And of course, they're housed in the historic Lucas Mansion down in Midnight. They're also home to the Alexander County Visitor Center. They have an art gallery, museum, antique toy and doll museum, and a gift shop. Stop in. You'll be glad you did.
J&J Garage.
J&J Garage, 24-hour towing. Who's on board here?
Looks like the East Alexander Middle School cheerleaders.
All right. They're throwing out lots of candy.
Yes.
J&J's got a new ride. Look at that one. Purple and white.
2 entries there for that.
Yeah.
That's a record for a large truck.
Yeah.
Your supply chain issue breaks down, call that one. That's what it's made to tow. Transfer trucks and other.
Sugarloaf Pee-wee.
Pee-wee football.
This must be the cheerleaders on this side and the players on the other side.
Yeah,
They were the champs this year.
That's the age group where everybody has cougars.
Yeah.
So you can't stay separate.
They were the champions in the Pee-wee Football League this year. Congratulations, Sugarloaf. Head coach Wesley Milstead, Kyle St. Clair. There is candy everywhere, folks. It's raining candy.
You teach your kids all their life not to play in the street and in the parade.
Who we got next here, Les?
Beulah Baptist Church.
They, on their information sheet, they minister to the hurting, the helpless, and the hindered. So a good influence in our community.
Jared Hammer, I think it says, right?
I believe so. Their pastor is Keith Bowman.
And various members.
There he is, right there. Keith growing a pretty good beard there. There's Jason Meesemore. I coached basketball with him. He didn't throw me any candy. I'll have to get on to him at the next practice. He might think I don't need
We haven't got any candy, no shirts or nothing.
Now we've got
We'll have to get closer to
Is
the
that going to be a
street.
sky rider in the sky?
Yes.
Look
We
at
have
that.
an old biplane on a flyover.
Wow.
Those are, I always wanted to fly those. They look so cool.
It's like a two-seater?
Yeah. Either he's going to skyride or his engine is smoking.
I think he's burning a little oil.
And
Here's the Alexander Central Athletic Booster Club.
he's circling around behind us right now.
Almost. Nathan Robinson, the athletic director, tried to throw me a piece of candy. Had quite the arm. Whoa! I'm telling you. I almost had it. I got a bad arm. If I could have went two-handed, I'd have had the Tootsie Roll Pop. Jeremy Porter is the
That's all
president of the
the
Booster Club.
athletes, the Boosters Club. That's why they got those arms.
That's right.
They can get the candy over here. Alexander County Animal Control, Animal Services.
Yep, they do a great job for our community.
They've got a few of the little pets with them on there.
Yeah. Not an easy job they have
No, that is
sometimes.
not.
They do a great job for us. Jennifer Sigmund is the director at Animal
They need
Control.
to do some work on that float for next year. There's no weenie dogs. Have to have weenie dogs.
I love those. I know. All right.
A wooden cart.
Michael Tigg.
Michael Tigg, that's a home constructed.
Wooden golf cart.
Yeah, with a wooden body on it. You can't go to the auto parts store and buy parts for it. Not for the body anyway.
Up next we have Lisa Hines. She is running for clerk of Superior Court in the 2022 election.
And the plane we're hearing is actually a replica of a U.S. Army World War I biplane because he's got all the military markings on the bottom of it. I saw as he made the pass
Wow.
over us just now. So, all kinds of things.
Yeah, all kinds of
In the
distractions.
air and on the ground.
Yep. All right, up next, Sam Davis Properties Llc. That's one of our local real estate firms.
Would that be Sam kicked back in the chair on the side?
It would be Sam. Sam is laid back.
He's riding and enjoying the afternoon.
There he goes. He's throwing a little bit of candy. He's getting in the
He
action.
did toss a little bit of candy at some point.
Up next, we have Chad Pennell for sheriff. He is running in the 2022 election for sheriff. Went to school with Chad. Merry Christmas. Oh, he actually has
That's
4 entries.
Yeah.
So even more
It
candy.
was 2. They didn't have enough room to carry all the kids and entourage in one vehicle.
And they made wreaths around their spare tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the Jeeps.
Motorcycle group coming up, is that Victory Baptist Church?
I am not sure.
I don't think so. I believe we got a lane entry.
Might still be with Chad.
That's still pedal?
Yep.
Okay. They come out for the parade. They haul the football team in on Friday night. The motorcycles in this county do double and triple work.
Be kind of tiring to ride a motorcycle in a parade, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's when those bikers would come
The
in.
County Ems are great because all you do is sit on them. Constantly stop, have to hold it. And those machines, as good as they look, they are not light. Basically strapping a car engine between your legs and taking off.
This must be Victory Baptist Church. That's they're in a Ford Power Stroke 350. Philip Coffey's driving. They've got members of their youth group on their homemade float.
Got a nativity scene set up on the back.
Yeah, very nice.
Small break. Let's see what else is happening here. We got a small break while the kids clean the street.
Yeah.
Did we forget one of those pages in the front?
I believe I did, and I can't find it. Imagine that.
Imagine.
Hold my place right there.
Yeah. Like the little boy with his finger in the dock.
That's right.
Stop the water from leaking.
Well, I can't locate it. It'll be okay.
Edwin Chapman, clerk of court. A
Yep.
68 International Harvester C truck.
Yep. Edwin is running for clerk of Superior Court in the 2022 election.
Arthur Duncan driving.
Oh, Arthur. Hadn't seen him in a while.
Is he still with the Sheriff's Department?
Don't think so.
He retired finally.
Yeah. Oh, Edwin's got his daddy back there. You know Seth Chapman's.
Yeah.
Can't forget him.
Everybody's tail end of the parade, I think,
We're getting close.
is rounding the corner down here. There's 1 or 2 more entries.
Oh, yep, we just got a glimpse of Santa Claus coming down School Drive.
And his reindeer, and this is the time of year that he should have blaze orange on the reindeer. I'm sure there are people in this county that would, me included.
I'm
I
sure.
I haven't gotten a deer yet.
I would say it probably tastes pretty good.
You can't do anything with horns. You can't. They won't tenderize. You can't cook them.
That sounds like a swarm of bees coming up behind us. I don't know what it is. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of interesting sounds. People moving around.
Exactly. Who do we have here next? I'm trying to see. It's cooled down significantly since we started.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yes,
The
sir.
sun was beating down.
It's hard to believe on December 4th that could be 75 degrees.
It happens occasionally.
Yeah. I've been out here when it's been snowing and probably 34 degrees or something. And this is probably the warmest I can remember that, I think.
No wonder the parade's held up. I think this is the radio station's truck.
Oh, well that explains so much.
The Apple City Broadcasting Bunch. And they're taking their time giving out candy. Imagine that.
It's probably Joyce's fault, you know.
Is she in the truck?
I think Joyce, Jolly, and
I don't know.
Joyce Brown. I'm sorry, I went back to her old name. Joyce Brown and Lisa McLean.
For the old days.
Well, I've known her pretty much my whole life when I worked at the radio station.
Years ago, the last parade I was in, we threw orange and black candy because they used what was left over from Halloween.
They're probably doing that today from last Halloween.
Oh yeah, there she is on the back.
They also
they're holding up the progress of things.
So this is WTLK 1570.
They're giving apples.
That's Lisa.
And
they're giving out apples.
WACB
yeah,
860.
It's hard to throw apples.
There's Lisa McLean.
Hit people on the head. And Joyce.
Oh, that's Nathan Roseman, I believe, driving.
Just for them, I put
Hey,
on
Joyce.
my Bah Humbug hat.
Hey, Nathan. Merry
You didn't
Christmas,
give
y'all.
us no apples.
Who's bringing them?
Yep, they're giving out apples from Deal Orchards.
They'll probably give us the leftovers. Here, take these
Hey,
home.
we are going to get an apple, I think.
Yeah.
Yay, our hero.
Yours.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Is that a pink lady?
Now I don't know apples at all. I know nothing about apples.
Chad's pretty agricultural, and he said, I think so. I actually got something right today.
It's a pink looking apple. Isn't it?
I can celebrate.
Yeah. Alexander Early College is coming up behind the.
Glad they didn't throw the apples and not somebody else.
Yeah. That was pretty nice.
That's why they slowed down instead of hitting people in the head with apples. like the old show on TV when they threw the turkeys out of the helicopter. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
What is the person on the front of the early college float supposed to be?
The early college is elementary or middle school and high school students. They earn 2-year degree while they're actually still in high school. They're taking college accredited courses.
That's at our CBCC Alexander
My daughter
Center.
went through a similar thing when she was in high school, and they're actually on a leg up type of program because when they get out, depending on the courses they take, they're already well into or have a complete associate's degree at the community college level. So
Saves the parents a lot of money.
Saves the parents a lot of money. They can move straight into accredited colleges and take the courses, and they're going in basically as juniors rather than starting at a freshman level.
Yeah. And they've learned the hard work that it takes to go to college in high school. It's a good program. Their new principal is Mary Brown.
Because a lot of the instructors and when you get into those college courses, you're on your own, sort of. They're not there to fail you, but they're going to make you do it on your own.
Oh yeah, you're going to work hard.
It's a whole different ball game.
Here we have the Alexander Central High School FFA. They are gathering canned foods and non-perishables to distribute to the food pantries across the county. So,
yeah, Future Farmers. That's been an organization that's been around for
many
years in the state of North Carolina, and that's what they.
Did you hear that on the radio?
Yeah. we're getting pelted with candy here.
Tootsie Roll just about took out my phone.
But FFA clubs, lightweight when it ended up short. We're trying to duck and talk at the same time.
Oh, it's Santa Claus.
And I can't use my right arm.
Bringing up the tail end of the Christmas parade.
All right. Santa Claus.
As they put on the promo, the fat man himself. And they weren't talking about me.
Or me. Because we're right here, we can't be Santa Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Santa and Mrs. Claus bringing up the rear of the parade.
With all 8 of the reindeer ready to go.
See
I think Rudolph's nose is burnt out.
Some of our cooperative extension staff.
Of course, it's
riding
too
on
clear a day for him to use it.
Yeah.
And
Chief-
last but not least, again, Douglas Brown, the chief of police here
Or
in
Bowman.
Taylorsville.
Bowman.
Or Bowman,
Chief
rather.
Bowman.
He started off and he's ended up.
So we'd just like to say thank you to everyone for listening today on WACB 860 AM. And also, you'll be able to watch this on the Alexander County Government channel, which is Spectrum Channel 192, or you can watch it on YouTube at youtube.com/Alexander County NC. So once again, signing off for Les Barger and Gary Herman. This is the 74th annual Alexander County Christmas Parade. Boy, it was a good one.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year.
Alexander County government appreciates everyone who participated in this year's parade, as well as those who worked behind the scenes to make the parade a success. Mark your calendars for future parades, as they are held on the first Saturday of December at 3 p.m. every year. We hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.